In 778 career games, he has scored 672 goals. And countless important goals. He scored twice in 2 separate Champions League finals. He scored 2 in the World Cup final.
Messi scores!
He recreated Maradona's most iconic goal.
And the whole of this ground stands and applauds the 90.
He scored this goal against Rayo Vallecano. And you're probably wondering, why am I including this in his most iconic goals? Simply because I was at this game. You see, I was 14 years old, and this was the first time I had ever traveled to Europe. And it was simply to see Lionel Messi and FC Barcelona play. And they smashed their opponent, Rayo Vallecano, 6-1. And Messi scored a full hat-trick in this game. It was a dream come true in every single way. As an American, getting to travel to Europe to see Messi play, that is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But on that day, it all paid off because of his performance. Meaning before that, I was already a huge Messi fan, but after that game, I mean, come on. I just smile. I smile like billions of other people around the world smile when they think of him. This feeling, this big smile, is why his most important goal is the one he scored in his debut for Inter Miami. Because for the first time in his career, he scored a club goal for a team that is not in Europe. Fast forward to January of 2018, and at this point, I'm living in Barcelona. This is how much he's impacted my life and my family's life. We visited Barcelona to see him play, to see FC Barcelona play, but loved the experience so much we decided to move there. After having never been to Europe before, after one trip to Barcelona, we decided to change our entire lives and move from the United States all the way to Barcelona. The influence he has had on not just my life, but hundreds of millions, if not billions of people around the world is not going to be encapsulated in this one video because it's impossible to encapsulate. So by January 2018, when he throws an event with Adidas launching his new shoe, and my friend happens to be working it and tells me I can get in, needless to say, being this up close and personal and seeing him from just a couple feet away, I got to take a photo with the Ballon d'Ors. You'll notice now he has even more of them. The greatest player of all time. Plain and simple, that's what he is. So for him to now come to the United States, it's gonna change the sport forever. Having Messi here in the United States with the Copa America next summer in 2024, followed by the World Cup in 2026, is going to change the sport forever. The MLS is probably the fastest growing soccer league already in the entire world. But adding Messi, it's already brought an insane amount of buzz. All anyone was talking about on social media when he made his debut and scored that game-winning goal was him and Inter Miami and the MLS and the broader implications. The reason why that goal he scored for Inter Miami is the most important of his career is because it signals the shift. I believe this is the beginning of the shift where now the MLS is prominently going to grow more and more to the point where it has to be taken seriously. And it's going to become a multipolar soccer world where not just Europe is the king anymore. That over the next 5 to 10 years, now the MLS is going to be able to compete with Europe. Maybe not the very, very top quality. I don't know if we'll have Ballon d'Or winners in the MLS, but from an entertainment and product standpoint, it certainly will be close. And honestly, from an entertainment standpoint, probably better. The MLS has had 8 different teams win the title in the last 10 years. You can't say that about La Liga or the Premier League or the French League or the Bundesliga or Italian League. I mean, look at some of these leagues. The Bundesliga has had the same team win it for the last 10 years. And we all know that the United States is where the most money is. The United States is where the most money is to be made. It's one of the main reasons why Messi came here, to be honest. But the only thing holding the MLS owners back from even spending crazy money right now to already compete with Europe is the fact that they just need to develop the product, the fan base locally here in the US more and more. And guess who's going to help them do that? Obviously, the greatest player of all time. The fact that this little Argentine man has impacted my life this much already, and he has only just moved to the United States, is important to point out because it's inevitable that it will impact countless more people's lives to an enormous degree, maybe even more than he has impacted mine going forward, people will move to the United States, not just for the opportunity that America provides, but now even just to play with Messi, to support Messi, to play against Messi. If they're a pro athlete, to be in the MLS so they can say they played against the greatest of all time, so they can say they played with the greatest of all time. Fans will flock from around the world now to see Inter Miami play so they can see with their own two eyes the greatest player of all time. I guess the only question now is it still called football or now is it soccer?